Are you looking for the current list of the top 10 Netflix TV shows? Then you're in the right place. I understand that it can be exciting and at the same time overwhelming to comb through the thousands of movies and TV shows available on Netflix yourself. From dramas and comedies to reality shows and documentaries, the content of all types is trending on Netflix. So guys, without wasting much time, stick with me till the end as we go through the top 10 most popular TV shows on Netflix right, along with a brief synopsis of just what the heck is it that everyone's watching. Ready? Then let's get started. Number 10. Madoff, the Monster of Wall Street. The Monster of Wall Street sheds light on Bernie Madoff's notorious $64 billion global Ponzi scheme, which was the greatest in history and destroyed the lives of countless small investors who had put their faith in the esteemed Wall Street statesman. This four-part documentary series charts Madoff's development from modest beginnings to one of the most important power brokers on Wall Street. It offers exclusive access to whistleblowers, workers, inspectors, and victims, as well as never-before-seen video depositions of Madoff himself. Joe Berlinger, a well-known director, reveals the origin and, for the first time, the workings of Madoff's fraudulent investment advisory firm. This reveals how the fraud was not merely the work of one diabolical genius, as many people came to assume, and dispels this misconception. Madoff, the Monster of Wall Street, reveals a cadre of co-conspirators and a financial system rife with institutions that were willing to turn a blind eye to Madoff's suspicious behavior, prompting the obvious nagging question, could such a blatant and destructive fraud happen again? Number 9. Pressure Cooker. In this first ever house reality cooking challenge, 11 experienced chefs must demonstrate that they possess the skills necessary to succeed in the real food industry. Our crew of self-assured chefs will spend several weeks cooking, sleeping, and getting along with their rivals while confined inside a fortress of cuisine. And if that weren't stressful enough, they'll need to plan to balance outperforming their competition while keeping an eye on their backs because there are no judges in the pressure cooker. The chefs rate one another. The hunt for the ultimate chef's chef is one with great stakes. Number 8. Love Island. The popular British dating program makes its American debut, bringing a fresh batch of people who pair up, break up, and do more to win money and love. A pregnant French woman who resides in Sarajevo with her Bosnian husband and also their daughter is the subject of the Love Island narrative. They travel to a Croatian island for a vacation where things become complicated as they are all drawn to the same attractive woman. Number 8. Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, formerly known as Jigsaw, is a brand new anthology series that spans 25 years and follows a group of expert thieves as they seek to open a seemingly impenetrable vault in search of the highest payout in history. Every episode unveils a piece of the complex puzzle of corruption, greed, vengeance, scheming, loyalties, and betrayals, protected by the most formidable corporate security team in the world. And with law enforcement on the case, how did the criminal gang organize it? Who gets away with it? Who can be trusted? Kaleidoscope is a series of 8 episodes that takes place 24 years before the theft and ends 6 months later. It was loosely based on the true incident of how $70 billion in bonds disappeared in Midtown Manhattan during Hurricane Sandy. Each Netflix user has a unique, immersive viewing experience as the captivating crime anthology series uses a non-linear method of narrative to create mystery and suspense. Some viewers may start with particular episodes like Yellow or Green and then progress deeper into their unique watching order with varied episodes such as Blue, Violet, or Orange, followed by Red or Pink until the epic White the Heist story finale. All viewers will eventually catch all the episodes, but how will they watch them will influence how they perceive the plot, the characters, and the central questions and their answers. How will you sense the colors of the kaleidoscope? Number 6. The Circle. The players of The Circle are all single and available to date as the show returns for the 5th season. As a fresh batch of candidates take on challenges to win the top influencer title and the ultimate cash prize, expect more flirting, catfishing, drama, and surprises. Comedian and actress Michelle Buteau is the host of The Circle. Number 5. Wednesday. The series follows Wednesday Addams' year as a student at Nevermore Academy through a detective-driven, supernaturally tinged investigation. Wednesday's attempts to master her emergent psychic abilities thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town and solved the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationship at Nevermore. Number 4. The Walking Dead. Those who survive a zombie apocalypse unite to fight for their own lives while clinging to the idea that mankind will eventually triumph. The Walking Dead takes place after the onset of a worldwide zombie apocalypse. The zombies, referred to as walkers, shamble toward living humans and other creatures to eat them. They are attracted to noise, such as gunshots, and different scents. For example, humans. The disease that causes the mutation is carried by all living humans, even though it initially looks like only people who are bitten or scratched by walkers can transform into other walkers. The mutation is activated after the death of the pathogen's host, and the only way to permanently kill a walker is to damage its brain or destroy the body entirely, such as by cremating it. Number 3. Glass Onion. A Knives Out mystery. The glass onion serves as a metaphor for both the complexity of the mystery and the grandeur of Rian Johnson's newest thriller, Knives Out. Resting upon a gorgeous Greek villa on the billionaire's private island, no less the titular symbol is created through a combination of VFX and a practical structure that stands a mighty 20 meters high. The onion was made in the UK entirely out of glass panels, and because of the complexity of its design, it had to be put together there first to make sure that all of its parts could fit together before being completely disassembled for the trip to a Serbian studio and back together again for the movie. Beyond the budget and set design, this luxury permeates important aspects of the overall work, most notably the characters, the humor, and the roller coaster plot. Every aspect of Glass Onion is greater. More humor, more introspection, more twists and turns, and undeniably, more fun. Number 2. Vikings Valhalla. The epic tale of some of the most well-known Vikings ever to have lived are told in Vikings Valhalla, which is set in the early 11th century and features Sam Corlett as the legendary explorer, Leif Erikson, Frida Gustafsson as his fiery and independent sister, Freydis Erikdotter, and Harald Sigurdsson as the ambitious Nordic prince. The catastrophic collapse of Kattegat, which has destroyed their hopes and changed their futures, is where Season 2 picks up with our protagonists. They are forced to put their aspirations and fortitude to the test in worlds outside the Kattegat fjords after finding themselves unexpectedly on the run in Scandinavia. Number 1. Georgia and Ginny. How do you manage the fact that your mother has committed murder? Ginny will have to reach that conclusion. Ginny is now dealing with the burden that Kenny, her stepdad, wasn't murdered by natural means, and that Georgia not only killed, but did it to protect Ginny. Georgia, on the other hand, would much rather put the past behind her because she has a wedding to organize. But the irony of Georgia's past is that it never truly disappears from view. Alright guys, that's all for today. If you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well.